For more discussion on the China-US dialogue, we're joined in our studio by our current affairs commentator, Teng Jimen. Great to see you again. Let's talk about this. The relationship is very, very broad, but what issues do you think will be discussed at this dialogue? The third one, of course, on Monday and Tuesday over in D.C.
Well, James, this is actually the ongoing dialogue between China and the United States over a wide range of strategic and security issues ever since 2005, when the mechanism was initiated by the president and by China's president's counterparts in the United States. I think first and foremost, it is supposed to be the issue of this, what we call the trade issues. China and the United States will continue to suffer this trade deficit and trade frictions. For example, the United States will continue to find itself suffering trade deficit, and this year it's almost like 24% increase compared to 2010, and also currency issues, piracy, and in terms of indigenous innovation, and that became a hot spot almost in between the two leaders. And so in this sense, I think that this, the third strategic and economic dialogue will focus on these three, and plus maybe two, for example, like the currency and also the kind of a mutual respect and benefits from the kind of a momentum built up by President Hu's visit in January.
Well, you built up to this already, because one of the main aspects that drives this relationship is, of course, the economy. What's the biggest challenge, though, to cooperation in this specific area between China and the US as they try to push forward?
Well, China and the United States will share many things in common and share many kind of commonalities in terms of developing our economies. The United States actually relied on China in generating more jobs, and while China depends on the US in terms of generating continuing the kind of economic strength, for example, export. And China, once again, need to continue to work on that issue in terms of changing its development path. Instead of focusing simply on an export-oriented economy, but China also needs to continue to work with the U.S. and to put more direct investment into the United States. This is also what has been expected from the United States. And secondly, I would say the IPR issues, and plus a little bit of the human rights issues and currency issues that China always, in a sense, had this friction with the United States. And so I would say that the challenges will continue to haunt Sino-US relations, but I don't predict any kind of a troublesome trouble down the road in between China and the US in the next 5 years.
Teng Jimen joining us here in our studio. Thanks very much.